Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about the spiritual people as well. There are some stuff that has been manipulated even between spiritual people. Spiritual people that followed like the church or followed other religion, they got a little bit brainwashed as well, especially when we talk about empowerment. So spirituality pushed many people to think that poverty is the end of the road for spiritual people, that we should live in poverty and we should not depend from material. That is wrong. We are born in this planet, and because we are born, we have a birth right of being abundant. As simple as that. Is our right to live a comfortable life, is our right to receive money and abundance. So this is one demon that actually trapped spiritual people, because they think that they have to detach themselves from money, and they don't realize that in life, if you want to be able to give, you need also to be able to receive. Instead, the Bible and many other religions, they push people to believe in a life of poverty, a life in which people can take advantage of you and you have to offer the other cheeks. Well, this is another misinformation in spirituality. Being good at the point that you let people take advantage from you is not being good anymore, it's being fool. And God was not fool. So that the trap, the people that use spirituality and they think that source is a mix between the black the dark and the light. Most spiritual people think that only by following the light they get trapped in some misbelief. And some misbelief, they're like too good, they become too good at the point that they become full. This is disempowerment. Being too good is not good, it's fool. So being too good, you become a fool. Humble, I don't know why I wrote humil, but anyway, humble. Being humble is good, but being humble at the point that you don't recognize your self-worth and you constantly think that you are never enough, that again, it's wrong. One thing is being humble means that you always question, you always pondering in things, but if you do it at the point then you don't build self-worth, that again is wrong and put you out of balance. Poverty, I said, did I say about poverty? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, poverty is the same. Thinking that being spiritual means being poor, you are saying to the universe, it's fine for me to be poor. But one thing is being fine to be poor, and the other thing is not wanting to admit that you would love to live an abundant life. You will love to enjoy life. This is not a sin. Or people that get trapped in content. So for example, this is very funny. During all my life, when I was talking with people, even when I was quite young, I kept saying that I want to build my empire, and my empire is an is a vision that I always had in my head, and this vision is me traveling, speaking, helping people, and creating projects to empower people. And every time I was stating that I wanted to build my empire, I always created the most crazy reaction. Like, proper crazy reaction. Like, people telling me stuff like, oh well, when you do it, remember about me, and remember me, and maybe give me a little bit of money. And I look at them thinking, sorry, you can create your empire too. If you follow your mission, if you follow source, if you follow what the clues and the sign of what you are meant to do in this planet, source will give you the same thing. So you don't need to to come through me to get money. You can get it yourself. Oh no, but I am content, like I am content of the job that I have content. I don't need money. I really don't need money. I'm fine. I am content. And I'm like, so you don't need money, you're content, you're fine, but if I become rich, I have to come and give you money. What kind of a brainwash is this? Are you too afraid to say or to admit that you would like to be rich? There is nothing bad about being rich. Having a comfortable life, having a vision, wanting to create, wanting to share, wanting to manifest, is nothing bad. I don't know who taught you that being rich is bad, but it's a lie. Oh yeah. And another thing that often spiritual people confuse is that they don't want to say that they are God or that they are divine. This is another mistake. Like every time, especially in Italy, Christian country, whatever. Every time I was saying to people that I am God, that I am divine, they were looking at me like I was absolutely too much over the top. I was crazy. The reality is that I am part of the universe. God, Source, created us in His image and likeness. So by you thinking that you are a slave of God or that you are underneath God, you are actually offending Source itself, because Source gave us His power to create and manifest exactly like Source did. So this is another misbelief or misinformation that spiritual people has. Oh yes, and then the typical too naive, and also judgment. Many spiritual people, they think they are spiritual, but then they judge. They are victim of the judgment demon. They think my religion is the religion, your religion is nothing. Or they think that just because like they believe in like a demonization of sexuality, when sexuality is part of religion, because it's through sex that we are here, guys. More divine action than that one, I don't know what you can find. I really don't know what you can find more divine than sex. There is nothing, because without sex we would not be alive. There would be no creation. So demonization of sex, demonization of money, demonization of people that are different. I met many people that think that I'm not spiritual, and I'm like, laughing because I've been communicating with source since I have memory. And this is a problem of the people who think that spirituality means only light, and spirituality is not only light, it is a balance between the two polarity. When you get stuck in the other side, we find people that are too selfish, too negative, that are angry, they feel competition. So in this side they are too naive and too good, in this side they are too evil and too self-centered. Or they become drama people, or they get completely they get completely possessed by 1,000 demons, or they are presumptuous or arrogant. Well, arrogance we find also in the light side. So the good and bad is in both. Good and bad cannot be separate. You can find good priest, you can find bad priest, you can find good spiritual people, you can find bad spiritual people, you can find everything can be good and bad. If a person is I don't know, if you like yoga but you become obsessed with it and you don't see anything else apart from yoga, even though yoga is good, you are turning it into bad. Too much TV is bad, but you know, too much eating is bad, too much drinking is bad, but it's not that if you drink a glass of wine you are bad. So the playing with the polarity is what we need to learn, is what source is trying to teach you. That's why it's so difficult, the path of ascension, because is using these to get to follow source, to follow intuition, inner wisdom, guidance. That's why Jesus, everyone talks about the secret heart of Jesus, is because first you have to clean your heart. You have to have love in your heart for you and people. After your heart is pure, after you have love for everything and everyone, for demon as well, for evil as well, you have love even for the dark side, then you can start to use the third eye, this chakra, because this one is the one that will guide you through the judgment and mastering the two polarity of life. Jesus, Buddha, but they were, both are necessary. They were connected, these two religions. Yeah, so going back to the two, ego-centered and competition. People, they get, especially they get stuck in low vibration, they feel threatened by, they feel that everyone is an enemy, basically. Another thing that I wanted to declare about the good and bad, that we can find good and bad in literally everything, as I said before. I hear about so many people who think witches are bad. Guys, there are good witches, there are bad witches. In the same way, there are good spiritual people and there are bad spiritual people. There are good spiritual teachers and there are bad spiritual teachers. Everything is, there is good and bad. Everything. In the art of magic is the same. Magic rituals are real. People do them, okay? You can do a ritual which is a manifestation, immediate manifestation of an intention. Okay, you want to do a ritual for to help a friend. Okay, a ritual could be going to the church, which is a sacred space, turn on a candle and send a prayer of love and send energy. That is a ritual that has an effect. Now, if you are a good person, you would use magic just to help. You will do ritual just to help. If you are a person that is trapped in this mentality, you could do magic for selfish reason. So that's why it exists the people who does, for example, the voodoo doll, because it's the same thing. You have an idea in your mind, you want to torture somebody, you are angry with somebody, so you go and create a sacred space with some candle and some drums. You are creating, you put the intention, you create this doll and you start to poke the doll. It's the same thing. Instead of sending love and energy and blessing, you are sending evil intention, and it works. So it's not about witches are good, witches are bad, magic is good, magic is bad. Magic is another way to say ritual. Rituals were used in honor of God, or can be used in honor of the evil. It's up to you. So you cannot judge the action. Ritual and magic is not bad, it's how you use it. What I'm saying is that we need to stop judging again. So I get agitated. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and see you next time. If you have any question, let me know. Ciao ciao.